Get on the ground right now.
Your knees. Get on the ground. On your knees.
Hi there. How you doing, sir? Good. How are you? Good. My name's Officer Winters with the. You ready? Yep. Okay, you can relax.
Why do you think it's tonight? Why do you think I smoke? I blew zeros, so now you're trying to think I smoke weed.
For operating while intoxicated, okay?
I'm not intoxicated. There you go. Walk on your knees.
Are any of these your cell phones?
The video kicks off with a woman, visibly tipsy, being grilled by police officers in Ohio. She's caught red-handed operating a vehicle while plastered. The woman seems utterly puzzled about why she's being detained, asking the officers, "What are y'all taking me in for? Stick around, it's just warming up."
Well, what did I do?
Operating under the influence of alcohol or drugs or other.
A belligerently intoxicated woman is arrested crashing a vehicle while transporting a patient with special needs.
Kelly, I'm gonna have you step out with me. We gotta go. I know. I gotta get you out of here, though.
No, you're not gonna do that.
Kelly, we're not laying back down.
All this before she blatantly, repeatedly flirts with first responders.
Let me tell you something. What I would do to you.
This will throw you for a loop. More details pour in about Kelly's day job at a residential service for special needs folks. She was officially on duty, transporting a patient when she rammed into a street lamp, showcasing a jaw-dropping lapse in both judgment and professionalism. The saga continues, and it's a doozy.
The Ohio Valley Residential Services group home was transporting a special needs patient in a vehicle when she crashed.
You had too much to drink, you just want to lay down. Okay. So she in the back seat of my car.
Body camera shows officer speaking with Barton's co-worker, who was called to the scene after the crash.
Buckle up for this roller coaster. Body cam footage reveals a conversation between officers and Kelly's co-worker, who arrived post-crash. The co-worker recounts the events, confirming that Kelly smashed into a lamppost. This external confirmation adds serious weight to the charges against Kelly. The next clip is a real facepalmer.
The client is in the car and says she hit a lamppost in the middle of the street. That's what he said.
Barton's co-worker says the patient in the vehicle says she hit a lamp post.
I've been at work since 7 o'clock this morning. I don't know if she hit something in the middle or what, but Robert just keeps saying she hit a lamppost.
Okay.
This part is just bizarre. A bewildered officer phones his boss to narrate the oddball scenario unfolding. He details Kelly's responsibilities and her tipsy state upon discovery, emphasizing the danger to the special needs passenger. The next segment, it's a real head-scratcher.
Do you know where she goes?
Yeah, she's at the shelter on Reading Road.
Your driver is somebody who stays at a shelter?
My co-worker, she's a co-worker, but I'm the driver. That's my car. She in the back seat.
No, I'm talking about this one.
This one, yeah, she stays in the shelter.
She stays in the shelter.
She just got
okay. Trying to figure out a way if we got to get her home. We got to
I'll get her. I'll
a safe
take her.
place.
This will tug at your heartstrings. The patient, named Robert, is found calmly seated in the vehicle while a sloshed Kelly sprawls in the back. The officer's interaction with Robert is notably gentle, highlighting their concern amidst the mayhem caused by his supposed caregiver. But hang tight, it gets even wilder.
The patient she was transporting, Robert, sits in the front seat as Barton is passed out in the back.
Robert. Client.
Oh, how you doing, Robert?
Got scared. She turned it out that scratch smash her.
Okay.
This is just surreal. After much coaxing, officers finally get Kelly to exit the vehicle. She continues her flirtatious antics, tossing inappropriate comments around like confetti. This moment highlights her staggering lack of awareness of the situation's gravity. And guess what? It spirals even further.
And that officers work to get Barton out of her co-worker's back seat.
Kelly?
Yes, sir.
I need you to step out of the car for me, okay? We got to do some stuff, and then we're going to see.
Y'all want to do all this to me.
You
You
know
know
like
what? You look like the movie.
Which movie?
What y'all want to do?
What I'm going to do is I'm going to ask you a few questions, okay?
What?
Come on over here.
Ready for more antics? Kelly is finally led out of the vehicle and towards the police car. The officers are patient yet firm, clearly explaining the proceedings and ensuring she grasps the severity of her actions. This critical juncture aims to wrap up the chaos, but the drama escalates in the next clip.
So go ahead and step out for me, all right? Kelly, I know you're tired. Here, hold my hand. And I'm going to get you out, okay? So I need you to come out with me, all right? Because we're going to work together, okay? Yeah, come on, Kelly. Please. I'm gonna get you these shoes, all right?
How could this get any loopier? Kelly ends up in handcuffs as officers prepare to take her away. Despite her flirty demeanor and non-compliance, the officers stay professional, focused on processing her arrest safely. The outrageousness of her next move will floor you.
Come on, Kelly.
Finally, Barton gets out of the car.
Just step out with me, okay? You just step out of this one, okay?
Where my phone is?
It's in your purse.
Where can I get my
You gotta come on out. You gotta come on out, Kelly, okay? I've been super nice. I need you to come out, okay? I need you to get out of this car so that you can take this gentleman home.
Okay.
This test is is just cringe-worthy. Kelly attempts field sobriety tests and fails miserably. Her inability to perform basic tasks combined with her relentless flirting clearly illustrate her impairment, cementing her DUI charges. But hold on, her reaction to the next development is priceless.
Look at you, Landon. Hi, Landon.
What's up?
As officers ask Barton to participate in field sobriety tests.
Look at him. I would do him in a way that he won't even. Hey, look.
You won't believe her reaction. As Kelly is formally charged and read her rights, she reacts with disbelief, continuing her inappropriate banter with the officers. This climactic interaction sums up the entire ordeal, underscoring her cluelessness about the gravity of her actions and the looming consequences. What comes next is just as outrageous.
She yells out in disagreement.
Kelly, I gotta read a piece of paper to you, okay?
What kind of piece of paper?
Well, it's explaining why you are where you are.
You so handsome.
He's gonna help me read this too, okay?
He done nothing.
That'll go really well with.
Listen, y'all, I done nothing.
Okay, here we go.
No kidding, that escalated faster than a squirrel on espresso. The video kicks off with a high-speed car chase that switches gears into a full-on foot chase after 3 suspects ditch their ride right in front of Wisconsin's finest. This entire fiasco sprouted from an alleged shoplifting spree at a nearby Dick's Sporting Goods, escalating into a full-blown cop chase. Just when you think it's time to breathe, the action cranks up a notch.
What started out as a high-speed chase turns into a foot chase. Suspects jump out of a vehicle in front of officers.
3 occupants.
The entire incident stemming from an alleged retail theft at Dick's Sporting Goods.
Strap in, because this ride gets wilder. It all starts on a crisp October 3rd in Wauwatosa, Wisconsin, just a stone's throw from Milwaukee. Local law enforcement gets wind of some shady business at Dick's Sporting Goods. They spot the suspect's vehicle and kick off a pursuit along the interstate, with the driver playing hardball and refusing to stop, cranking up the tension to 11.
It all started on Wauwatosa, Wisconsin, just outside of Milwaukee. That's where police were tipped off about theft at an area at Dick's Sporting Goods. An officer catch up with the suspect's vehicle.
Good, I can go back up before you.
And you thought it was just a routine traffic stop. Suddenly the suspect's vehicle pulls over, sneakily tucking in behind another car. One eagle-eyed officer, suspecting they might bolt again, quickly calls for backup and gets some stop sticks ready, just in case. Buckle up, because things are about to get even crazier.
After taking an off-ramp, the suspect stopped on the side of the road.
We're stopped right now, about 110 block of Capitol. I don't know if they're going to keep going. They're behind us.
Ready for more action? Here it comes. With backup now on the scene, the officers hatch a plan. One stays put, ready to give chase if our sneaky suspects decide to make a run for it, while another officer tiptoes up to the suspect's car on foot. Keep your eyes peeled. These next few moments are key.
10-4. One just wants to set up sticks, just in case.
Minutes later, another officer arrives on the scene.
Do you want me to approach and then if they take off, you can go?
Sure.
How many occupants or anything?
Maybe 2. Hard to tell at the tank.
Is he set up yet?
I didn't hear him say he was set up yet.
You can cut the tension with a knife at this point. Approaching the suspect's car, one officer demands they roll down the windows. Despite his firm commands, the suspects sit tight, engines humming, ready to dash. The air's thick with anticipation as the scene teeters on the edge of further chaos.
The other approaches the suspect vehicle on foot.
606 is going to approach. Their foot's still on the brake, and if they try to take off again, I'll
Make announcements for them to roll down their windows.
Driver of the Camry, roll all your windows down now. Driver of the...
It's like watching a suspense thriller, but live. The officers keep the lines open, staying on their toes as they deal with the non-compliant suspects, who seem to be plotting their next move. The strategically placed stop sticks are a silent threat lurking just out of sight. Just when you think it's calm, the storm brews anew.
146. Zach, we're not getting compliance with the driver to roll the windows down. Foot still on the brake.
As officers remain ready for the suspect to speed off.
146 to 606. I just saw the front wheels move. Do you want to grab my sticks and try and slide them under the car? Yeah. On the driver's side, in case they try and take off?
Another officer brings out stop sticks.
Grab your popcorn, because this is about to go full blockbuster. In a flash, the driver slams the car into reverse, attempting a daring escape. The police spring into action, unleashing another heart-pounding car chase as the suspects zigzag through traffic, barely giving the cops a moment to blink. You'll want to see how this pans out.
That the driver throws the car in reverse and starts to take off. The officer behind the car is still ready for a chase, speeds off after the suspect's car.
Reverse! 146 vehicles taken off again.
The suspect weaves in and out of traffic.
Contact. And 146 vehicles taken off again.
Just when you think they're running out of steam, the chase hits a fever pitch as the suspect's car accelerates to 90 mph, blazing through a red light. But then, plot twist, smoke begins billowing from the car, and a tire gives way. The suspects make a break for it on foot, leaving their smoking ride behind. Stay tuned, the chase is far from over.
The suspect even tops 90 miles per hour and runs a red light.
146, Crown Capital, approaching 9th red light.
Car starts smoking and appears to have lost a tire that multiple suspects hop out and sprint away.
Can you believe this chase? On foot now, the cops spread out, hunting down the suspects who've decided to make a desperate dash for freedom. One gets nabbed near a garbage can, thanks to the keen nose of a police canine, while the others scatter into the neighborhood. The climax is near, and you won't want to miss it.
And foot bail, 3 occupants.
Dash camera video shows the officer rush from his squad and call for the remaining suspect to get down.
Well, I got one occupant down on the ground.
That's when the chase continues on foot.
Catch your breath, because here's the wrap-up. The apprehended suspect, now identified as Dariana Anderson, isn't exactly chatty with the cops. Despite the mayhem, officers managed to cuff her and escort her to a squad car without any more drama. As they wrap up, there's a sense of relief, but you just know there's more to the story.
When asked, Anderson doesn't tell the officers her name and instead just asks for water.
What's your name? What's your name?
Can I get some water?
Okay, I just want to make sure. I see that the top was ripped. Do you get bit by the dog at all? Anywhere? No? Okay.
I just want some water.
Okay, we'll take care of that in just a second. You didn't get bit, that was already there.
My knees is hurting.
Of course. All right.
Can you believe this just popped off? Tavan Galanakis, a 19-year-old college athlete, gets the bombshell dropped on him by a police officer that he's being arrested for operating a vehicle while intoxicated. This is all going down despite his adamant protests of sobriety. You'll want to stick around to see how this escalates.
I'm placed under arrest for operating while intoxicated, okay?
I'm not intoxicated.
An Iowa teenager is suing his hometown, where he says he was arrested for an OWI while he was completely sober.
You know, when he accused me of being drunk, that's when I got really confident because I knew it was going to go one way and it was going to go my way.
And here's where it gets spicy. The saga kicks off as Galanakis, a fresh-faced freshman at William Penn University and a promising wide receiver for the school's football team, heads back to his hometown of Newton, Iowa. He spills the beans about just watching football with buddies and having to use his high beams because one of his headlights went kaput during a particularly dark and stormy night. Brace yourself. The plot thickens in the next scene.
But on the weekend of August 28th last year, he was about an hour north in his hometown of Iowa.
Yeah, so I was coming home from one of my friends. We were just watching some football. I looked around like it was 11:30 if I can remember right. And I had a headlight out.
Next up, things start to heat up. Officer Nathan Winters swoops in during the traffic stop for using bright headlights within city limits, a big no-no. He schools Galanakis on the local headlight etiquette while Tavan does his best to smooth things over by handing over his license and registration. But hold tight, the ride's about to get bumpier.
Galanakis says one of his headlights was out, so he put on his bright limits. Newton police officer Nathan Winters pulled him over.
Hi there. How you doing, sir? Good, how are you? Good. My name's Officer Winters with the police department. The reason I pulled you over is because you have your bright lights on.
But I have a headlight out, so I just keep my brights on.
Okay, well that's not legal.
This is where the drama ramps up a notch. After being flagged down, Galanakis senses a shift in the atmosphere as Officer Winters starts getting all bristly and immediately grills him about any boozy breath. Tavan denies any drinking, trying to keep cool under pressure. Watch closely. The situation's about to bubble over.
So then once he pulled me over, he began to be really hostile. And I could tell by the way, like right when he got to my window, just asking me if I had anything to drink right away. So it was just one of those things I was like, it's going to be like that. So, you know, I try to keep my calm, keep my cool.
Where are you coming from? House. Okay. Anything to drink over there?
Diving deeper into the drama, Galanakis is asked to step out and park his chewing gum on the dashboard. A quirky request, right? The officer then prods about weapons or drugs, and Galanakis assures him he's clean. Trust me, you'll want to see how this tension unfolds.
After that, he's asked to get out of the vehicle.
All right, that'll work. I'm gonna have you hop out with me, okay? Or on or off. Do me a favor, put your gum on your dash there.
Officer Winters then asks Galanakis whether he has any weapons or drugs on him.
Hold the phone, because things just took a turn for the awkward. Galanakis gets asked again about his drinking habits and accidentally drops a line that sounds, well, let's just say, easily misunderstood. He clarifies it was about taking the breathalyzer, not anything untoward. The reaction is priceless. Don't miss what comes next.
How much have you had to drink tonight?
None. I've had nothing to drink.
Okay. Why would your eyes be watery and bloodshot?
Well, I told him that. I said, hey, blow me. And then he turned it into something sexual right after that, so.
Just when you think it couldn't get more intense, it does. Galanakis pushes for a breathalyzer to prove his sobriety, but Officer Winters insists on some roadside gymnastics first. Despite Taven's attempts to follow the dance steps, he's critiqued for not acing the routine. You won't believe how this plays out.
Doing all these damn tests, let's blow. Let's get to business.
But first, Officer Winters asks Galanakis to perform a field sobriety tests.
Can you see my finger clearly?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Yep.
Okay.
I know the drill.
All right, so I want you to put your left foot on the line. Take your right foot, put it in front of your left foot, with the heel of your right foot touching the toe of your left foot, just like this, okay?
But when Galanakis performs a walk test, Officer Winters can be heard saying he's not following directions.
All right, let's see how this twist unravels. After what feels like an eternity, the breathalyzer finally makes its grand entrance. The gadget shows 0 booze, but the officer switches gears to quiz Taven about possible drug use. Just when you think it's all clear, well, keep watching.
Officer Winters finally performs a breathalyzer test.
All right, what I want you to do is make a tight seal around this and blow outwards like blowing up a balloon, okay?
Ooh.
All right.
You ready?
Yep. Okay, you can relax. So I'm going to read you Miranda. Right now you have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can and will be used against you in a court of law.
As if the plot couldn't thicken any further. Spoiler alert, it does. Despite blowing a solid 0, Officer Winters can't shake the notion that Galanakis might still be flying high on something other than life. He sticks to his guns about impairment signs, but the real kicker is just around the corner.
I do not remember that.
Tonight? Okay, well I think it's tonight.
I've had no weed tonight. What? Why do you think it's tonight? Why do you think I smoke? I blew 0, so now you're trying to think I smoke weed. You can't do that, man. You really can't do that.
Absolutely I can.
Is he allowed to do that?
Yes, he is.
So I blow 0 and you suspect drugs now.
Officer Winters again tells Galanakis he shows signs of being impaired.
I would, during my field sobriety, it's indicative of impairment.
Fasten your seatbelts for this doozy. Galanakis ends up cuffed and carted off to the station despite proving his lungs are alcohol-free. He later finds out from a pro that he's as sober as a judge. The aftermath and his response are must-see TV.
For operating while intoxicated, okay?
I'm not intoxicated. Sir, I'm not intoxicated. I blew 0. So I ended up getting put in cuffs because I blew 0s, and I get taken back to the department, and at that point, you know, it's real life. It's not a prank.
Galanakis is taken to the Newton Police Department where he continues to maintain his sobriety.
For our grand finale, Taven takes to social media, turning his nightmarish ordeal into a viral sensation, sparking major chit-chat in his hometown about similar police encounters. Fueled by the court of public opinion, he files a lawsuit against the Newton PD for playing fast and loose with his civil rights. You just can't make this stuff up. Stay tuned to see how this community reacts to the unfolding drama.
I really started getting inboxes on Facebook, Instagram, and all of that, not from lawyers, but from people that wanted me to talk to their lawyers. So it was just like maybe the lawyers' family members.
Galanakis filed a lawsuit in U.S. District Court for the Southern District of Iowa against the city of Newton and the police department. The court documents allege Galanakis' civil rights were violated and that the department is guilty of false arrest.
Dispatched to a restaurant where a man is reportedly acting violently, officers discuss the situation briefly, highlighting the urgency as they approach the venue. Just watch how the tension builds next.
Come on. That is a stupid question. Huh? Keep going. No extra question. I ain't bothering nobody. I ain't killing nobody. I want to hear it.
Hey, you got 65-12.
Hey, bro, you gotta go, dude.
2 to 804. Step it up.
This escalation is shocking. The officers arrive at the scene and confront the belligerent man, instructing him to leave the premises immediately. Tension escalates as the man resists, leading to a terse exchange of words. But hold on, it escalates further from here.
Get on your knees, man. Get on the ground, man. On the ground.
Unbelievable, isn't it? The confrontation continues with the man holding a glass, posing a danger. Officers repeatedly instruct him to put the glass down, which he eventually complies with, slightly easing the tension. You won't believe what's coming next.
Put the glass down, dude.
Put the glass
down.
Put the glass down. Put your hands on your back. Hands on your back. Get on the ground right now.
That turn of events was unexpected. As the man is escorted to the police vehicle, he questions where he is being taken, indicating confusion and a lack of cooperation. The officers continue to manage the situation carefully, leading him away. But there's more to come.
Knees now! Down! Come on! Where you taking me to first? Now go.
Let's go.
On your knees. Well, where though? I'm all right. I'll go put that badge down.
Turn around.
You know your knees now.
The stakes just got higher. A physical struggle ensues when the man tries to resist the officers physically. The officers call for him to stop fighting, stressing the need for compliance for his safety and theirs. The next moment is even more gripping.
Use your arm down right now.
Let go. Quit fighting.
You got spray? Come on, baby.
Quit fighting. Quit fighting. My arm's locked on his arm, dude. I got the arm. Go to your belt. Go over your belt. Go on your back. Go over your belt. Go over your belly.
What a revealing discussion. After the altercation, the officers discuss the incident, assessing the man's condition and considering potential charges related to narcotics influence. They plan to transfer him to a hospital for further evaluation. The scene shifts dramatically next.
I have no idea. I think it might be. I'm alright.
That was probably my spot.
You got me good.
I tried to put it right facing you.
I'm sorry, no problem.
I know you got it with me.
Mike, you got our jacket? Look, I got you. Just walk straight ahead for me, all right? Just walk straight ahead for me. Walk straight ahead, all right?
You won't see this coming. A tense moment unfolds as officers finally apprehend. This outcome is staggering. The captured suspect, now identified as Andrew, faces potential parole violation and additional slates in the following moments.
All right, Andrew. He's an active parolee right now. He's probably going to be violated for his parole status.
Wait now, can you? Another case unfolds where officers respond to a tip about a parolee selling methamphetamine. They confront the suspect, leading to a tense moment where they find the drugs after a brief struggle. The next part is crucial. Don't miss it.
Okay.
Take a deep breath.
Okay.
I'm gonna have you roll over on your stomach. Look, I'm going. Take a deep breath. Roll over on your stomach on 3.
Okay.
1, 2, 3.
Okay.
Get that hand back. Get that hand back. Get that hand back.
Oh, okay. Oh.
Get your breath and roll over on your butt.
This discovery changes everything. The episode concludes with officers discovering a stolen gun in another suspect's possession. This discovery adds to the severity of the charges, as possession of a firearm by a parolee could lead to significant legal repercussions. See how they handle this in the final clip.
Spread your feet. Spread your feet nice and wide. Wider. Spread your feet.
Philip, how long have I known you? Don't do that. Huh? How long have I known you? Years? I've been watching you. You think this is just a brand new thing? Or I just came to your house today and decided to go through your stuff? I don't think so.
Get in the car.
Get the fuck back. Get back. Get back. You're doing too much. You better put your head behind your back.
Why are you doing that?
I know how to fit. Am I right?
Yeah.
No, let's me hit.
Right in a high school bathroom, a non-binary teenager named Nex Benedict was roughed up just hours before they tragically passed away. Described as a violent encounter, the brawl was triggered by verbal harassment due to Nex's gender identity, escalating rapidly to physical violence from 3 students. Just wait till you see what's up next.
Being attacked in their high school bathroom just hours before they died.
I said ignore it, Dad. Just ignore it.
Sure.
Till she couldn't in the bathroom.
Non-binary teen says they were repeatedly harassed by other students.
And they said that there was 3 girls were on top of her.
This next bit is absolutely jaw-dropping. Caught on body cam footage by the Owasso Police Department, the brutal aftermath of the beating shows the deep scars of bullying Nex endured at school. The place is located a couple hours northeast of Oklahoma City. Just setting the scene, you'll be glued to what happens next.
The devastating body camera video was just released. A small city about 2 hours northeast of 16-year-old Nex Benedict got into a physical fight at school. Nex was non-binary. Their family now says Nex was a victim of repeated bullying.
What's coming up will knock your socks off. In the body cam footage, we see an Owasso officer chatting up Nex and their mom in a hospital room. The officer dives right in, asking about the day's horrific events, prompting Nex to spill the beans about being jumped. The conversation that unfolds is critical, laying bare the harsh reality of bullying and its impacts. The intensity cranks up even more after this.
When an Owasso officer meets Nex and their mother inside a hospital room just hours after the attack.
So what happened today? Tell me about it. What happened?
They've been antagonizing.
Right away, other students have been antagonizing them and their friends. Nex's mother, Sue Benedict, explains the bully has been ongoing.
She said these 3 girls there are just...
The plot thickens here, folks. Nex spills the tea, telling the officer how they've been consistently tormented by their classmates, targeted specifically for their non-binary identity. This wasn't just name-calling, it was full-on emotional warfare. What unfolds next will definitely raise some eyebrows.
Calling us names, they're throwing stuff at us, and this is an ISP. I'm like, well, who's over this place? I said, ignore it, Daddy. Get above it, just ignore it.
Sure.
She couldn't in the bathroom.
The physical altercation happened at the Owasso West High School campus in the bathroom. There weren't cameras inside to capture the fight.
Hold on to your seats. We're not done yet. We jump back to the school setting, where there sadly were no cameras in the bathroom to catch the brawl. However, external surveillance helps piece together how a posse of students marched into the bathroom, hinting at the planned attack. This critical footage sheds light on the events that led up to the nasty showdown. But stick around, the next part is a doozy.
Threw water at some of the students after they were making fun of Nex. 15 seconds later, Nex heads into the bathroom, and only 19 seconds later, you can see a school faculty member rush toward the commotion. After that, the students can be seen exiting the bathroom. In the hospital room, Sue tells the office 3 students piled Nex during that bathroom fight.
And they said that there was 3 girls that were on top of her.
You won't believe this call. After the melee, Nex's mom, Sue Benedict, is on the line from the hospital, practically begging the cops to swing into action and bring the hammer down on those responsible. Her call underscores not just the frustration, but a mother's desperation as the school seemed to drag its feet. The next clip will have you on the edge of your seat.
I said, we need to have a police officer. It's assault.
Police audio recording back this up. Capturing the moment, contacted law enforcement hoping to press charges.
Hi, Melinda. This is Sue Benedict. I've got my daughter diagnosed at the hospital. She's a juvenile. She has been attacked at school. I need to get someone up here so I can,
Things are heating up even more as Sue and the officer keep hashing it out. Promises of a deeper investigation into the school's lackadaisical response come to light. They talk legal ramifications and negligence. Pretty heavy stuff, but don't wander off. The story takes an even wilder turn next.
After Sue's call that law enforcement spoke next as they told the officer on body camera video, Nex hardly knew the other students.
When this first started happening, did you at any point contact any school administration, whether it be counselor, the teacher that sits in that classroom?
This legal tangle is something else. The officer breaks down the fight's fallout, explaining the muddy waters of mutual blame in the fight. Even though it's clear Nex was the main target, the legal nuances here are thick enough to cut with a knife. Keep watching. The reveal in the next segment is critical.
Where did you get this water? Was it your water bottle?
It's
your daily water bottle you carry around?
It was a plastic water bottle.
Okay, so you squirted them with water or whatever it was. Okay, then at that point, what happened?
They came at me, they grabbed onto my hair, I grabbed onto them, I threw one of them into a paper towel dispenser, and then they got my legs out from under me and got me on the ground.
And just when you thought it was over, the clip wraps with the officer expressing hope to see Nex back at school, not knowing the dire turn things would soon take. His casual farewell belies the seriousness of the situation, with systemic school failures lurking in the background. But don't go anywhere. What happens next is heart-stopping.
I know she's hurting right now.
Well, it always hurts when you get in a fight, whether you're the winner or the loser.
Yeah. As he exits, the officer says he hopes to see Nex around again soon.
Good luck to you. I'll see you around.
Hopefully not. Well, no, yeah, hopefully not.
Well, not in a bad way. Hopefully I see you around school and class and wander in the halls and all that.
Just when you think things can't get any more intense, the following day, Nex's health takes a nosedive, prompting a frantic 911 call from Sue. She describes alarming symptoms pointing to severe complications from the fight. This critical moment highlights the urgency and severity of Nex's condition. Buckle up because the story is about to get even more gripping.
Any notion that the district ignored disciplinary act toward those involved is simply untrue. While the cause of death has not officially been determined in autopsy shows, Nex did not die as a result of trauma. The entire incident is still under investigation by the Owasso Police Department.
Buckle up, here we go. The suspect explains the initial issue at the restaurant. He recounts that there was a problem with the service as their server was delayed by a malfunctioning order kiosk and a prior customer. This frustration set the stage for the subsequent dispute over the temperature of the fries and the receipt printing. Things are about to heat up, so keep your eyes peeled.
Basically, we went in there, purchased some food. I guess there's something wrong with their server. Before tried to order on the little box thing. She said that wasn't working. He had to stop us from ordering and go help her.
Okay.
He probably frustrated at work. You know what I'm saying? That's the whole scenario.
So why'd y'all call? So what happened?
Because we ordered the food. He couldn't print us a receipt.
Okay.
So he said the receipt would be printed in the back. So I said, okay. So we sat down.
Can you believe this? Things start heating up. The suspect returns to find his order cold and requests fresh fries from the server, who agrees initially. However, the situation escalates when the suspect insists on receiving the receipt, which was promised to be printed in the back, further complicating the interaction as the food continues to cool. Stick around. The server's response is priceless.
You know what I'm saying? So now our food is sitting there cold, so when I come up, I say, try to fry. The fries are, they're lukewarm, but they're not hot. You know what I'm saying? So I just asked him, can we get some fresh fries? He said, okay, the fries are not hot. At this point, you don't touch them, so, you know, yeah, can I just get a fresh set? So he getting the fries, and I said, can I also get the receipt? That was 5 minutes ago.
Here's where it really kicks off. The conflict intensifies when the server tells the suspect to leave the property and offers a refund instead. The suspect, frustrated by the service and the condition of his food, insists on receiving his fries and receipt as paid for, leading to a heated exchange that involves the store's management asserting their control over the business operations. Just wait, it's about to get even wilder.
You can leave my property. Get off my property now. Or you can come and I do a refund. I say, sir, Cash App card is 3 to 7 business days to do a refund. Just give me my set of fries and my receipt. That's what you're supposed to do anyway. This is his business. He owns this. And like, we just the fries and the burger.
Okay. Do you have your ID on you?
No, sir.
Now hear this side of the story. The server recounts his version of events to the police, emphasizing that the suspect's aggressive behavior, including cursing and shoving food, escalated the situation. The server expresses his refusal to serve the suspect further and his intention to issue a refund instead of remaking the food. The plot thickens. Watch how the cops deal with it.
All this food is cold. It's burning my hands. So whatever. Take it to the next level. Starts cussing me. You better give me fresh fries, motherfucker. Like, what? Here's a little old lady, and she just came up to us and said, if you need me to talk to the police, I said, nah. Starts losing it, starts shoving his food at me. I tell you what, you can take your business elsewhere. Give me a car, give me a refund. No, you're not going to give me an effing refund. You're going to give me that food and my money back. Took his food. Got nothing to shove at me now, because next thing you know, he's throwing his drinking.
Enter the lawmen. The police explain to the suspect that the business owner has the right to refuse service and decides to criminally trespass the suspect from the McDonald's. This highlights the legal rights of business owners and the repercussions for customers who engage in disruptive behaviors. Next up, the suspect's reaction to being banned is something you gotta see.
As a business owner, he has the right to not remake your food. He is willing to do a refund. He has no problems doing a refund, but he's not going to remake your food. As a business owner, he can do that. He does not want you coming back in the store. He actually wants us to criminally trespass you.
I don't even stay here.
It doesn't matter. He's requested it. We got to do it. It's not a big deal.
And now for the paperwork. The officer prepares to issue a trespassing notice to the suspect, reinforcing that the dispute is considered a civil matter. The suspect is informed that he must avoid returning to the location, underlining the consequences of the altercation. The grand finale of this drama is just moments away.
Alright, so hang out with him. I'm going to get that form. It's a simple form that says, hey, just don't come back to this McDonald's. If you do come back to this McDonald's and we get caught out here,
I'm not.
Alright?
I'm not. I got it smart.
You cool with the refund?
Yeah, so I just got to go in there and tap my card.
Yeah, I will get that in just a second, okay?
The saga continues with some personal info. In a concluding interaction, the suspect confirms his personal details with the police as part of the process to ban him from the restaurant. He expresses confusion and frustration about the situation, feeling that he did not do anything significantly wrong to merit the ban. The suspense builds as we approach the signing of the trespass notice.
Last name for me.
S-I-M-E-S.
Okay. Where's your driver's license out of?
I don't have it.
Okay.
I think my mother's has.
S-I-M-E-S. Spell your first name again.
A-N-T-O-I-N-E.
O-I-N-A?
O-I-N-E.
O-I-N-E.
Watch as tensions rise. The suspect is asked to sign a form acknowledging the trespass notice. He hesitates and expresses fear and mistrust towards the police, illustrating his distress and the broader implications of the incident on his perception of law enforcement. This is the climax of an exceptionally charged encounter.
Alright, Mr. Sims, come over here. I'm going to have you sign this.
I'm not under arrest or anything, young.
No, sir. Just come over here. I'm going to have you sign this real quick.
I said I'm not under arrest.
No, yeah. Just come over here. I'm going to have you sign this real quick.
You have to sign it saying that you come back to the property.
So you'll fill this part out?
Can I see it, sir?
Yeah. You come over here, man.
No, I'm afraid of y'all, sir.
Why are you afraid?
3 years. Sir.
Why are you doing that?
I know how to feel it. No, let's get it.
I can't believe what we're seeing here. Police body camera footage kicks off, capturing officers as they enter a roach-infested apartment in Fairborn, Ohio. The scene they find? A severely emaciated 3-year-old girl weighing a mere 16 pounds. The officers are visibly shocked and immediately spring into action to help the child. Buckle up, because this roller coaster is just getting started.
Disturbing body camera video shows police officers react as they find emaciated 3-year-old weighing only 16 pounds, clinging to life in a roach-infested apartment.
Oh, she's still breathing. Let's go, let's go.
The shocking incident unfolded in Fairborn, Ohio, about an hour west Columbus and an hour northeast Cincinnati.
This part is absolutely heart-wrenching, folks. The video captures some initial confusion among officers as they figure out their bearings upon arrival. After pinpointing the correct apartment, they make their presence known by loudly announcing Fairborn Police to alert anyone inside. The apartment is a mess, looking like a hoarder's paradise. Hold tight, the next part is a doozy.
Investigators say it was the girl's mother, Rabia Mubali, who called 911. At first, the officers aren't sure where they're headed.
Which one is it? Left? Isn't that the older lady? They always come out here and...
But soon, they determined the correct apartment.
What happens here is just unbelievable. A gut-wrenching moment unfolds as an officer discovers the little girl in a corner, covered in bug bites and unresponsive. At first, there's a heart-stopping pause where they think she might not be alive, but a sigh of relief comes when they realize she's still breathing. Emergency help is immediately called, and just when you thought it couldn't get more intense, watch what happens next.
At first, the officers believe the girl isn't alive. You can hear the moment of relief when they realize she's still breathing.
Oh, she's still breathing. Let's go, let's go.
As video shows, the responding officers spring into action.
You won't believe the urgency here. As backup arrives, the scene becomes a flurry of activity with officers and medical personnel rushing to get the child to safety. The urgency is palpable as they prepare to whisk her away from the nightmare. Conversations about the need for child protection services and code enforcement start buzzing. Just you wait, the next segment really turns up the heat.
Looks like it. Yeah.
I'd say just pick up and do.
Yeah.
Video then shows first responders carry the girl out of home. She was later taken to the hospital.
$295. Excuse me. Call code enforcement, have them respond, please.
The stakes just got a whole lot higher. We see the mother, identified as Rabia Mubali, being taken into custody. Officers meticulously explain the steps as they prepare her for transport to the station, while she appears confused and distressed, wondering about her belongings. Strap in, the investigation revelations up next are startling.
That's when officers confirm Mubali is being taken into custody.
What's that? Yeah, we are.
Mubali can be heard asking whether she can give her stuff to someone nearby. After that, they walk her toward the squad car.
So, I'll take care of that. Let's walk in the front of my car.
The plot thickens significantly here. Detectives roll in and start piecing things together. Mubali chats with Detective Ryan, who breaks down the next steps as they head to the police station for the usual administrative rundown. The conversation hints at the complex layers of the case. Don't go anywhere, because what comes next will keep you on the edge of your seat.
Now, you're going to be taken to the Fairborn Police Department. There's some inventory things that we had to do there, picture and some fingerprints, but I'm going to be down to talk to you soon, okay? We'll work through it. So I can't give you an answer like that because I don't know.
Hang on, this emotional roller coaster isn't over yet. Continuing her dialogue with law enforcement, Mubali expresses concern over her daughter and her own legal fate. She's clued into the serious charges of child endangering at a felony level, which adds to the gravity of her situation. The officer does his best to offer reassurance. But hold on, the revelations in the next clip are even more jaw-dropping.
We don't know what Mubali and the detective discuss. We do know she again asks about the person on camera, saying he needs to bring her daughter's things to the girl's father.
Let's go around to the passenger side here.
Can you please tell him that stuff right there needs to go to my kid's dad?
Okay.
That's when Mubali is loaded into the back of a squad car.
Alright.
And now for the grand finale. We see Mubali being escorted to a squad car, still inquiring about her daughter's well-being and her own legal predicament. As she is driven off, the scene cuts to a reporter summarizing the distressing case, noting the child's slow but hopeful recovery. Mubali now faces serious charges and mental health evaluations. What we've witnessed today is a stark and powerful reminder of some harsh realities. Stick around. The next episode promises even more eye-opening insights.
And as we go through this process, I'll try to answer any questions I can best of my ability, okay? All right? Yeah? We'll try to,
Buckle up for a wild start. The scene unfolds on a rather spooky Halloween night in Hot Springs, Arkansas. In the midst of trick-or-treating, Lieutenant Kenny May stumbles upon a group of teenage girls. When one casually tosses a can into the road, the officer decides to step in. Things escalate quickly as he confronts the group, setting the stage for a night full of surprises.
Get back, get back, get back, get back.
An Arkansas cop is beat up by a group of teenage girls, and the entire thing is caught on body camera video.
I need to check you out,
Hold on to your popcorn. After a stern warning about littering, Lieutenant May doesn't just walk away. He follows the rebellious teens, reminding them sternly about the law. As tensions simmer, one bold girl launches the can back at him. The night heats up as May plans to follow them all the way home to have a chat with their parents. Trust me, it's just starting to get good.
As video shows, warns the girls they will be arrested if it happens again. But almost right away, they begin talking back, closing in on him.
Hey, you get out of my face. Thank you. Well, I need a couple other units in the 200 block.
When the group starts to walk away, May follows, telling the girls not above the law just because they're minors.
Don't give us your minor. Hey, tell her to come down to the police department and see me. My name's Lieutenant May. Hey, I don't care if you're mad. Tell her to come and see me.
Are you ready for this twist? The plot thickens when May calls for backup amidst a heated argument. Despite his attempts to keep things civil, the girls are having none of it, hurling not just words but also objects his way. The verbal sparring turns into a full-on physical skirmish as the girls start getting physical. And believe me, it's about to go up another notch.
Call your mama so I can find. I don't care. Hey, and then threw it at me, so that's a different story. Call your mom.
What are you doing?
Call your mom. I'm not going to touch you. Okay. Call your mom. Call your mom. I'm super extra. Call your mom. You can call your mom too.
When May calls for backup, the argument intensifies.
You won't believe your eyes. As the confrontation hits its peak, Lieutenant May takes matters into his own hands, literally, by restraining one of the girls. This only fuels the fire, prompting her friends to jump in, hitting him in the face and neck. Just as it seems like chaos reigns, backup arrives, bringing some semblance of order. Stick around, the excitement's not over yet.
Get back.
The next moments happen quickly as May takes one of the girls to the ground. According to a release, other 3 girls begin hitting him in the face and neck. At the same time, backup officers arrive on the scene and help to break up the fight.
This next bit is a doozy. After the scuffle, the teenage girls find themselves handcuffed and quite displeased about it. Amidst their loud protests and screams, they are placed into police vehicles. May discusses the wild encounter with his colleagues, hinting at the severity of what just went down and the looming consequences. You'll want to see how this pans out.
Hop in.
When one of the girls who allegedly punched May says she's complying now, he says it's too little, too late.
The one that punched me is getting put in there.
Things take a serious turn here. In the aftermath of the brawl, one girl suffers an asthma attack, prompting an urgent call for EMS. This chaotic and distressing scene highlights the intense nature of the night, with discussions about medical care for May himself due to the scuffle. The climax is just moments away.
What? No. Okay. Hey,
where's your asthma pump?
Let's get her in a different unit and have life.
All right,
A life net emergent for asthma attack on a juvenile.
I'm not gonna put it.
Yeah. We're gonna have life net come check you out, okay?
Can it get any crazier? In a reflective and somewhat bewildered chat with his fellow officers, Lieutenant May goes over the night's crazy events, starting from a simple littering issue that spiraled into a full-blown melee. His frustration and disbelief are palpable as he recounts the aggressive escalations by the girls. And as the dust settles, there's still a bit more to wrap your head around.
I've got 3 or 4. They're good. She's good. She came up after.
Next, May checks on one of the girls who's been sitting in the back of a squad car for several minutes. May quickly realizes she wasn't spending that time cooling off.
Anything else? Okay.
In the end, May explains that what started as a littering call...
It's a littering call. So yeah, there'll be a littering report. Just upload those into that. Dude. So this whole thing... This is crazy.
All those people in the car, who are they?
They're just my friends. I don't...
Do you normally hang out with who are young?
Not.
How old are you?
I'm 41.
41K.
I swear to God.
I got a problem with your statement because I got the little girl saying you grabbed her by the shoulder. I got the brother who said you grabbed her by the shoulder, and the mom says she was trying to get out of the bathroom and had to pull away from somebody to get out.
Have her go in the ambulance with them. Scottish Rite, ma'am.
Go in the ambulance right there. They're getting ready to go.
But I don't know what to tell them either.
I can escort you out when you drop the babies off.
All right.
Seriously, you can't make this up. Jeremy Guthrie, a 41-year-old man, is stopped by New Mexico State Patrol for speeding and dangerous driving. He is found with his pants unzipped during a traffic stop, which also reveals a truck full of underage children. Buckle up. The roller coaster is just starting.
Okay, and then you have a bunch of kids in the car. How many kids? You have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Who are these kids to you?
This is my friend.
That's your friend?
The disturbing traffic stop happened on July 5th of last year in Albuquerque, New Mexico. Dash camera footage shows a driver, later identified as 41-year-old Jeremy Guthrie, speeding across multiple lanes of highway before taking a dangerous turn.
Just when you thought it couldn't get any wilder, body camera footage captures a sergeant discussing Guthrie's erratic driving. Guthrie admits to being nervous, which he blames for his poor driving that nearly caused a crash. Next up, it goes from bad to worse.
There's your wallet right there between your legs.
Sorry, just a little bit nervous.
So was I. The way you're driving?
Huh?
I said, you mentioned that you were nervous, right? I was nervous while I was behind you driving down I-40. You were in lane number 1 all the way over. Didn't use a signal, had problems keeping your vehicle one lane. And then when you merge on from westbound 40 to northbound 25, you took that curve way too fast.
Hang on, this twist is a doozy. Guthrie confusingly refers to the underage kids in his truck as friends and insists one of the girls is over 18, which is immediately contested by the officers. Strap in. You won't believe what's coming.
This is my friend.
That's your friend?
Yeah.
How old's your friend?
18.
That girl's not 18?
Huh?
That girl's not 18?
Yeah.
No, she's not.
She is?
That girl's not 18. Trust me. She don't look 18.
You think this is wild? Watch this. After questioning Guthrie and his refusal to clarify the ages of the children clearly, the sergeant instructs him to exit the vehicle, setting the stage for his arrest. The plot thickens dramatically from here.
Jeremy, turn the car off and come back here and talk to me.
All right.
Let me see the keys. Thank you. Come on out. Why's your zipper, your buttons down on your crotch?
Well, I probably just forgot.
Okay.
And I'll button my zipper.
Yeah, please button your zipper.
Yeah. I mean, I had to take like a piss and.
And the surprises just keep rolling in. Initially, Guthrie denies having been drinking, but under questioning, he confesses to having had drinks a few hours prior to the stop. Get ready, there's another curveball on the way.
It's been a little while.
Like an hour?
I would say it's more than
like maybe 2?
Yeah.
Roughly? Okay.
Like 2 hours.
That's fair. Because you know what? 2 hours is totally different than, no, I haven't been drinking.
Yeah.
But
I mean,
that's okay. That's okay. We're not gonna argue about it. I mean, I know what I smell, I know what I hear, I know what I see, okay? Simple as that.
I mean, yeah. I mean, I'm not gonna lie to you.
Well, you already did. You said I hadn't been drinking, and then I kind of played you, said, was it an hour ago? Like, no, longer. 2 hours? Yeah.
You won't see this coming. The sergeant directly addresses the children in the vehicle, dismissing any attempts by them to mislead about their ages, determining they are between 13 and 14 years old. Brace yourself. The next part is even more staggering.
All those people in the car, who are they?
They're just my friends. I mean...
Do you normally hang out with people who are young?
Not.
How old are you?
I'm 41.
41? Okay. Hang tight right there, okay? How old are you? And don't lie to me. I mean, okay, like I'm not gonna play the game where you lie. I know that you're not 18. So if you want to have attitude, you in the front. Okay, how old are you? 14. Thank you. Simple question.
14.
Really 14? Okay.
As if things couldn't get more intense, Guthrie is reluctant and ultimately refuses to perform field sobriety tests, leading to his arrest based on suspicion of driving while intoxicated, DWI. Watch out for what's next. It's a real barn burner.
So just to make sure that you're okay to drive, okay, would you mind doing a couple of field sobriety tests just to make sure?
Yeah.
Yeah? You would mind, or you would want to do them?
What's it?
Do you mind, or would you want to do them? Do you want to do them? Yes or no?
I don't really want to.
You don't want to do them? Okay, I'm just gonna let you know, if you don't do the test, I'm gonna have to place you under arrest. Do you want to do the test?
All right, well, let's do the test.
This finale will knock your socks off. Guthrie is formally arrested and read his rights. He is charged with DWI and multiple counts of child abuse, with additional charges related to sexual offenses disclosed later. But wait, there's more to come in this saga.
Don't forget his phone. I'll put it in the front seat.
Let's go over here to the...
It'll be easier.
Guthrie is then placed under arrest.
Can you believe this start? The video kicks off with officers chatting about reports of a teacher, who they refer to as Miss Davis, possibly hitting the bottle at school. They mention they've received complaints as recent as that morning and suggest stepping outside for a private chit-chat. You'll want to see what comes next.
Hey,
Hey, how we doing? Good.
Can we clear the room? This is Jennifer Davis.
Hi, Jennifer.
Jennifer, how you doing?
You too.
So we talked to Miss Davis a little bit about some reports that we've received as late as this morning. And so she understands, and she said she'd be willing to meet with you and talk to you.
Okay.
But we want to give you all some privacy too. So is this a suitable
Yeah, just
place?
fine. Yep.
We'll just step out here. How you doing from there?
I'm good. How are you?
Wow, things just took a turn. Miss Davis faces accusations of drinking alcohol on school premises, which she vehemently denies. She recounts having just one glass of wine the previous evening around 10:30 p.m., claiming it was her sole indulgence. Stick around, the plot thickens.
They said they had reports where I was drinking at school, which has never happened.
When was the last time you had it?
Last night,
Okay. About what time did you quit drinking?
probably about 10:30.
10:30. How much did you drink?
Just a glass of wine, nothing major.
Okay. All right. Well, would you be willing to submit to some tests
Yeah.
to make sure everything's okay? Okay.
Here's where it gets tricky. An officer lays out the horizontal gaze nystagmus test, part of the standardized field sobriety tests lineup. Despite her need for glasses, Miss Davis agrees to the test, performing with evident nervousness. The results? Well, you'll want to see what happens.
What I'm going to do first is I'm going to check you for HGN. This is what we call standardized field sobriety test. Okay, there's 3 of them. I'm going to pretty much focus on the first one, which is horizontal gaze nystagmus. I'm going to have you take your glasses off, and I'm going to have you, we'll stand up when we do this, but I'm going to have you track my
I am
finger.
so blind without them, I can't hardly
Can you see something like my finger about
Yes,
6
yes,
inches from
yes,
your face? Okay.
yes.
You say you wear glasses?
Yes.
Any traumatic brain injury?
No.
Growing up or anything like
No.
that? 'Cause sometimes that can affect what I'm
No,
doing.
I can't see without my glasses. That's all.
Hold on to your seats. The examination intensifies with additional tests, including a portable breathalyzer. Miss Davis gives her consent, reasserting her claim of 0 alcohol consumption that day. The next twist is just around the corner.
Okay, we need to go way up this time. Okay, just follow right here. That's it. All right, this is what we call our portable breathalyzer machine. Okay.
Yes.
You don't have to take the test, but this will show the presence of alcohol if there's any.
7.
Okay. But this again would be your opportunity if your administrators feel that they smell alcohol on you. This would be your opportunity to prove this.
Sure.
Okay. You willing to take that test?
Yes.
Now it's getting really interesting. The breathalyzer displays a reading of 0.06, below the legal limit but indicative of recent drinking. The officer clarifies that while she's under the limit, driving in her condition could still net a DWI. What unfolds next is bound to raise eyebrows.
I don't even know what that
0.06.
is. That
You are just under the legal limit. So if you were to be out driving right now, you would be charged with DWI, driving while intoxicated.
under the legal limit?
Just under. The legal limit is 0.08, which is DUI. From a 0.06 to 107, you could be charged with DWI.
I haven't had anything to drink today.
Things are heating up. The conversation turns to the potential repercussions for Miss Davis's teaching career. The school administrator hints at termination if she doesn't resign, given the day's damning events. Don't go anywhere. The next part is crucial.
Jennifer Davis.
Jennifer, do you have your ID with you? It's in your purse?
Yeah.
I'm going to need to see that.
I'll go get
She'll
it.
go get it.
It's in my room in my cabinet.
Is there anything else that you would need?
Just my purse and my key. I mean, whatever I need.
Okay, it's all in your purse.
My keys are beside my purse.
Jennifer, what's your phone number?
This is where everything converges. After deciding that Miss Davis can't continue working in her state, the officers gear up to arrest her for public intoxication. They run through the procedure and inspect her belongings. Just wait until you see what's next.
I would just like to know who reported. And I did not drink today.
Well, I'm
That's
going to
what
tell you from a legal standpoint, when people call in and report a crime, of any crime, we're not in the business of telling people who made the
I know
reasons
you can't.
behind that.
I
okay?
understand that. So you're taking me to county.
Mm-hmm. And it's going to be a municipal charge. I'm not going to run it through the district court. It'll be through the city to Tecumseh.
In terms of your employment here, Jenna, we can't move forward with you being a teacher here any longer.
Okay.
If you want to resign, that's your option.
Brace yourself. This is a tearjerker. Miss Davis is officially arrested, her distress palpable as she contemplates the fallout for her career and public image. She makes a heartfelt request to call her sister for a pickup. The drama doesn't stop here, though.
When's the last time you took that?
Good.
This morning. I take it and then prescribed by
Is that for anxiety?
Yes. It's so messy, but on the side is where my license is.
Clear. Seven Central, 1 by OLN.
Just when you think it's all wrapping up, there's more drama to unfold. The footage concludes with Miss Davis being escorted to the police vehicle, mulling over the next steps of her jail processing and the possible timing of her bond hearing. The climax of this ordeal is just moments away.
Alright, go ahead and put your hands in front of you with your thumbs facing up, please.
What is my going to go like on the news, Mr. Kinsey?
Chances are it will, Jennifer. Put on the news, but there's a good chance that once this gets reported, then there'll be statements, notes we'll have to send home to parents, and then news reporters will probably show up. I will be as discreet as I can in terms of how I handle it.
Could we, please? I've never been in trouble in my life.
I understand it.
Guess you won't believe what just kicked off. A mother reports to the police that a young man tried to pull her daughter into a bathroom. Her son alerted her about the incident, leading her to find the girl trying to escape the bathroom while crying. Strap in, because this roller coaster is just starting.
Hi. My daughter was apparently attempted to be pulled into the bathroom by a young man here.
Not the manager, he's a worker.
I said a young man.
Oh, I'm sorry.
I was right around the corner of the racks where the clothes were. My son came over and told me someone was trying to grab her and take her into the bathroom. I obviously went over there and he was inside with her trying to get out of the bathroom.
Get a load of this curveball. The mother insists that the suspect should stay away from her daughter and proceeds to show her ID to the police. The officer decides to review the security camera footage to verify the claims. You're gonna want to stick around for the replay.
I would like you to not be around her, please.
You got your ID on you, ma'am?
I do.
It's okay. I'm gonna look at our cameras. Yeah, see if we can see that or camera. That's fine.
And she told me that she was not trying to get into the bathroom at all.
The part that showed where he's going to the bathroom, she was up front at that time, but...
Watch as the plot thickens. Upon reviewing the footage, the officer finds discrepancies in the timing and location described in the suspect's story. The footage shows the girl was actually in front of the store at the crucial time, contradicting the suspect's account. And just when you think it can't get any wilder...
She was in the bathroom.
She was in the bathroom and he was in the bathroom behind the door. Because the door like opens
Okay.
And I saw her trying to get away and like crying.
Okay, was he have a hand on her or just she was trying to...
I couldn't see because the door, I could see like half of her.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? And she...
Here's where it gets juicy. The suspect, found inside the bathroom with the girl, reveals he has a prior misdemeanor charge but was not convicted due to insufficient evidence. He appears increasingly anxious about the situation. Brace yourself, it's about to go off the rails.
I'm gonna go deal with that in a moment, okay?
Did he pull you into the bed?
Why don't you guys go ahead? Head on home, and I'll get a hold of you.
Maybe that is for like a child. They can't jump out too fast. Yeah.
So, he had a charge in Lapeer. He was on probation for a misdemeanor. He was never charged. They never had enough evidence. What I see on the camera, I can forward it to you, is him going in the back, coming back out.
Ready for a twist? The suspect attempts to explain his version of events to the officer, claiming the interaction in the bathroom was a misunderstanding when the girl accidentally walked in on him. Let's see how the cops take this spin.
Just head right in here and we'll talk in just a moment.
We're right there in a second. So, this is what he explained to me. He was in the bathroom, okay? And he said someone pushed in, he went like this, and he went like this, grabbed and said, hey, you can't. But, you guys get over here.
Head on in there.
So, I'll forward it to you.
Yep.
Let you...
You got ID on you?
Yes. What can I talk about?
I need your ID so I know who I'm talking to first.
I'm gonna go to jail, ain't I? Because everybody's gonna believe everything.
Check out the suspense building. The suspect becomes distressed as he contemplates the implications of going to jail while on probation for a previous misdemeanor assault. He is visibly upset, fearing incarceration. Next up, watch the evidence pile up.
I can't survive in there.
Just wanted to give you guys some privacy.
No problem.
Tom, I can't go to jail. What?
Buddy, this is
Yep,
so far
I'm
above my
screwed.
I want to make sure
I'm going.
I your name off.
I have a question. Can we step out the back door so I can at least smoke while we talk, please?
No.
Now for the clincher, the security footage is reviewed again, showing the suspect re-entering the bathroom area after the alleged incident. This observation further undermines the suspect's account, aligning more with the victim's version of events. Hold tight because the truth is just around the corner.
So it also shows him, see now this is farther down, and it'll show him coming back out into the bathroom. Come on. So that doesn't add up with the video camera. But he's saying, see, that's where he comes out again in there. But he doesn't go to the bathroom, see? He comes around here and started looking for us to see.
Can't make this stuff up. The suspect pleads with the police, insisting the contact was accidental and occurred as he tried to prevent the girl from entering the bathroom while he was inside. Despite his pleas, the officer decides to arrest him based on the evidence and witness statements. As we near the end, the tension is palpable.
Hold up.
Your story doesn't add up.
I'm telling you, I swear to God, I was in the bathroom. See, the reason why she was crying, she hit her head. I swear to God, I wouldn't lie, please. I swear to God.
I got a problem with your statement because I got the little girl saying you grabbed her by the shoulder. I got the brother who said you grabbed her by the shoulder, and the mom says she was trying to get out of the bathroom and had to pull away from somebody to get out. We were just there.
No, but can I show you? Can I show you when walk to the bathroom? Dad, stay on the phone, please.
Time for the grand finale. As the suspect is taken into custody, he continues to plead his innocence. The police inform him that he is no longer welcome at the shelter and must arrange for someone to collect his belongings. Wrap it up, folks. The curtain's about to close on this drama.
Okay. All right, listen. Can you at least listen to me? Can I say one name, Tom? One name, please. I'm begging you. So, if I'm going to jail, am I getting out?
You are no longer welcome at our shelter.
So will I have to go to jail if I don't go to the shelter?
No, you're still going to jail.
Is there another shelter?
That's up to the judge and that stuff. They're sagging off.
Can I at least call you while I'm in the jail? Please.
Jennifer would be better off to help you at this point. I mean, there's nothing I can do for you.
I swear I did it, Tom.
Buckle up, folks. The video kicks off with the daycare owner dramatically sprawled face down in a bed. The commentary quickly sets the scene, mentioning a tragic incident involving a 4-month-old baby's death at her daycare, which eventually leads to her arrest. Just when you think you've seen it all, the next part takes it up a notch.
Years after a 4-month-old baby dies at the hands of his daycare owner, the Georgia woman is sentenced to decades behind bars. This after security camera video revealed multiple instances physically abused other kids.
What is she being arrested for? She's arrested for felony murder and cruelty to children in the 2nd degree.
For the first time, we're seeing the woman's arrest and the emergency response the day of the boy's death.
Brace yourselves for this one. In Georgia, a daycare owner faces the music, getting slapped with a long prison sentence after being found guilty of murder and cruelty to children. This harsh sentence comes into play after footage surfaces showing her mistreating other kids at her facility. You won't believe what comes next.
Have her go in the ambulance with them. Scottish right, ma'am? Go in the ambulance right there. They're getting ready to go. This is Mom.
On February 3rd, 2021, police in Dunwoody, Georgia, just north of Atlanta, responded to an emergency call for an infant that was found unresponsive.
Hey guys, right here.
The plot thickens. We meet Amanda Harris Hickey, the 48-year-old owner of the Little Lovey Daycare. She's caught on tape explaining her daycare business to the officers and mentioning the need to inform the parents of Charlie Cronmiller, the deceased infant. Fasten your seatbelts. The twists keep coming.
I have a family-owned daycare. This is one of my clients.
Okay, have we contacted them yet?
No, I haven't called anyone or done anything.
Yeah, go ahead. Let's go ahead and call them.
Investigators tell Hickey to contact the parents of the 4-month-old baby, identified as Charles or Charlie Cronmiller. Later, Hickey explains what happened when she found the boy.
Things are escalating quickly. Hickey recounts to the police how she discovered Charlie unresponsive and her frantic actions immediately after, including her panicked calls to emergency services. The details are chilling, and there's more to this story just around the corner.
I was quite fucking flipped out. So I dialed it, and then I think I just kept hitting it, and then I think this was them calling me back.
Video shows Hickey tell officers she put Charlie down on his back, but investigators later determined she'd actually placed him on his stomach.
Does Charlie suffer from any
medical diagnosis that you know of? Okay.
As the clock ticks, every second is crucial. Hickey talks about the daycare's schedule, highlighting a critical oversight in checking on Charlie, who was supposed to have his bottle at 3:00 p.m. but wasn't checked until 3:40 p.m., by which time he was unresponsive. The stakes are high, and the next update is even more riveting.
So you said you put him down at what time?
A little bit after 2 o'clock, I believe. That would be his normal schedule, like 2 or 2:30. And then he would typically, he would have slept and then had a bottle at 3.
Okay, so you came down at 2:45? 3:45.
I mean, obviously, if I would have known we were having an emergency, I wouldn't have let him sleep, but I thought he was just tired or still sleeping. His bottle was scheduled for 3 o'clock.
Okay.
So I have his bottle on the counter ready to go, like waiting for him to...
Emotions are running at an all-time high. The arrival of Charlie's mother, Stephanie Kronmiller, at the scene is gut-wrenching. She rushes to join her son in the ambulance, a moment captured with raw emotion on camera. What happens next is truly compelling.
Soon, Charlie's mother, Stephanie Kronmiller, arrives on the scene. She sprints toward the ambulance.
Have her go in the ambulance with them. Scottish Rite, ma'am. Go in the ambulance right there. They're getting ready to go.
Get ready for an emotional roller coaster. Amid the ongoing investigation, Hickey visibly struggles with the gravity of the situation, debating how to explain the day's tragic events to other parents. The emotional turmoil is palpable, and guess what? It's not over yet.
But I don't know what to tell them either.
Baby had an emergency and...
I can escort you out when you drop the babies off. And
All
if
right.
you have any questions,
We can do that for you to help
it's
you
going
out.
to be really hard for you to talk. Really hard.
The baby had a medical emergency, so you didn't, nothing.
I just don't know.
As dusk falls, a deceptive calm sets in. Officers reassure Hickey and her family, suggesting no foul play is suspected at that moment. But the calm is misleading. The story takes a dramatic turn soon after. The next scene is a game changer.
Officers speak with Hickey and her family, saying they don't suspect any wrongdoing.
I haven't found anything today that leads towards any type of malicious intent. You know, I can say that as of right now. And I don't foresee that on this.
Wait till you get a load of this twist. Days later, the scene shifts dramatically as Hickey is arrested at her home. The charges? Felony murder and cruelty to children in the second degree. Things are about to get really intense. Stay tuned for what's next.
Turn around, face me, put your hands on your back, okay? You are being placed under arrest.
Okay.
Okay? Do you want to talk to me? If so, we can go back to the police department and we can talk. If not, you're going to go straight to the cab jail.
Yes.
You do want to talk to me?
Yes.
Okay. So then we'll go back and we'll discuss it at the interview room, and then from there you'll be released to the jail, okay?
Can I tell anyone inside that that's where I'm going?
Who's in there?
My daughter?
Yeah, can you call her down to the door?
Sure.
What was her name?
Natalie.
Natalie?
This is a jaw-dropper. Realizing the gravity of the charges against her, Hickey opts not to speak to the police without additional support present. The implications are huge, and the tension is palpable. The finale is just moments away.
What, just so I can tell our attorney, what is she being arrested for? She's arrested for felony murder and cruelty to children in the second degree.
She's then taken to the police department.
Can I go in by myself?
Yeah, I'm gonna assist you, just so you can fall. There you go. I'm gonna place this seatbelt on for you.
Probably need to stop. I didn't hear you say felony. I heard you say felony murder, and I wasn't aware of that.
And for the grand finale, after being charged, Hickey later submits an offered plea to second-degree murder. She's handed a hefty 35-year sentence, 30 years to be served behind bars. The story concludes with a somber note, leaving a lasting impression. What a wild ride this has been.
Hickey was charged with second-degree murder, reckless conduct, and multiple counts of cruelty to children. She later entered an Alford plea to second-degree murder, meaning she maintains her innocence but accepts that there's enough evidence to convict her of the crime.